Alrighty, well, next week is going to be the big old update as we're patiently waiting on news on what more is going to be added. And what I mean by that is not the BARAN content, since we know that's coming. What more are we getting? And obviously, Workshop Brilliant Light, BARAN content, we know that's going to be additional content. Can we expect new gear sets, which we can? I'll show you guys in just a second, of course. But just before we get ahead of ourselves, just want to kind of do this on video right now because these boxes are 100% scams. Has anyone ever gotten a weapon out of these? Is it even possible to get a weapon? And then I've got 8 of these, so let's see if I get lucky here. No. Okay. Alrighty. So as you guys know, a couple of months ago, Alpha did give us the juicy details about new artifacts releasing, and some of the artifacts that were kind of shown ahead of time have been presented into the game currently, as whereas some of the other ones have still yet to be seen or if added. Now, taking a look at the name itself, knowing what's the content that's going to be releasing, it kind of falls in line to say that. I mean, we could very well see some new sets coming in. Plus, it would only make sense for them to actually apply new gear sets for the newest difficulty and bosses coming along with it, right? That's clearly going to be the case. So realistically, this to me feels like 100% one of the new sets that's going to be releasing with the Workshop of Brilliant Light when it comes to the more difficulty version of it, right? We're talking about like the 650 to 1 million. the next stage of it, of course. You know, once we get into the 70th to 100th floor mark of Workshop Brilliant Light, since Vulcan right now is only floor 50, of course. So that's going to be something we can look forward to. Obviously, we already got the top lines on both ends. We've already got this set, the green set. So we could expect. I'm definitely thinking we're going to be getting this set, and then obviously. That's not something. Obviously, we've got this little. I don't even know what to call this set, but you know that we've got that additional set, of course. To be fair, this accessory set does kind of fall in line with the first boss we've seen in the newest set of Workshop Brilliant Light, you know, meters, of course. So that could be it. So basically, yeah, new artifacts. Now, how do we all feel about that? Because at the end of the day, we've all been in this situation before, and ultimately, if we look at where things are right now, you know, people are still trying their best to kind of gather the artifacts through the original Workshop of Brilliant Light, right? I know a lot of you guys are still trying to burn through and get yourself curse, because I know curse drop rates are pretty low, and it's yeah, I've not had the best luck, to be honest. So I know that this is a bit of a struggle, especially to those that are still trying to cater to do it on normal, of course. Then you've got the level 73 side of it to kind of get in your way and hinder you of getting the higher level of it, of course. So yeah, the struggle was there, and if a new Workshop Brilliant Light is clearly going to be in the works with new gear sets coming along, of course, you know, the developers clearly have to do something. I mean, to be fair, on the plus side, they are being pretty generous by restarting the Clover event. They should just keep doing this, because this is a nice way to kind of get gold. Like, I've already gotten like 200k gold already with my 5 tickets. So like, I got pretty lucky. I'm not gonna lie. Your boy I did get lucky. They should just keep this going. This is a nice way to RNG some gold, even though it's RNG, which not exactly the best. But regardless, I'll take that rather than nothing at the end of the day. So now another thing which I wanted to kind of also mention is the reroll. We need this. I don't know why it's taken so long. I don't know what the developers are doing. I don't know why. Now, on top of that, I kind of also wanted to throw this in here. So we've got an item, as you guys can see. I don't care about the first two, by the way. I'm only caring about this last slot. This is something that I made a whole video on to kind of talk about on why the developers haven't done this yet. And this is a heavy request, not just from me, but from many other people. Reroll option on substats. This will also help us out tremendously on getting artifacts that we already have, and again, this will cut down time for a lot of people, right? So for instance, with this ring set, of course, you know, I'm loving the crit damage +2. Everything else, actually, well, additional MP can stay. You know, specifically healing give an increase, you know, I mean, I understand that's going to be changed to mana, but still, regardless of it being changed to mana, we need substats rerolling. Because at the end of the day, people can run certain modes, get artifacts, maybe potentially get yourself an artifact that is on the higher range of things, because if you are doing the Vulcan's mission on normal, you know, getting yourself a legendary rarity of the curse set or Progrita or whatever could benefit you a lot way. So then if you can cater to making those small changes through the substats, that's going to help you out even further more on getting the gear set that you've been wanting for whichever character that you're trying to build, of course. So it's less of an RNG problem having to rerun the fight, and hell, maybe you manage to just win the Vulcan fight on normal mode or whatever, or even hard mode, right? So it's going to be difficult trying to get that second run in to re-get some gears in hopes of you getting some good RNG in the substats. So, but the item will go a long way on helping people out. So again, I'm very surprised with a game like this, with how heavy it is with artifacts, right? Why is there no substats rerolling? It makes no sense. With how much we depend on and with how valuable artifacts are in terms of actually giving us the most progression through our power level, right? It's weird on why it's just completely left in the ditch where it's just farm the raid and hope and pray you get what you want with RNG. It can take you days, it can take you weeks, it can take you months. I mean, it just depends. I don't understand why we don't have. I mean, if you want to make the item somewhat kind of rare, I mean, go about doing that, but like at least have it accessible in some way, so that way we can effectively work on a certain gear set rather than having to rely on RNG screwing us over and over again. Because let me tell you, even though you're changing up that healing, the mana increase or whatever they're going to be applying it to, you know, I mean, that might even be a nuisance. That's just getting in the way when we're trying to make a gear set that's maybe more on the offensive, defensive. Things will get in the way, so we need that item, and I'm hoping, you know, with the upcoming update that we're getting, that we get answers on what's going to be added. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to be adding more artifacts, and clearly they will be, because obviously we're going to get a harder Workshop of Brilliant Light, and literally if you look at the hard mode of the current Workshop of Brilliant Light, you just get nothing but legendary. This is it. If you can do hard mode, then you are going to be getting catered to the maximum reward for the newest set, which confirms to say that yes, when Workshop of Brilliant Light with the next stage drops with Baran and whatnot, we should be getting new sets. It only makes sense. We know the gold economy is not going to go anywhere. You know, that's going to stay, unfortunately, as much as we don't want it to. Unfortunately, it's gonna stay. So it just begs the question, how much are you going to be increasing it by? You know, with how much that we can gain. Is there going to be an event where we can gain a lot? Is there going to be an event where we reduce the cost on leveling combat artifacts? That is something that I'm going to be kind of keeping an eye on when it comes to the update information that we get, of course. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but I should also mention that I don't think the Workshop of Brilliant Light will be coming on the update. I think it will be coming in sometime in like middle or end of September. I just want to clarify that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to give everyone the heads up about yeah, more gold to be coming our way. Fantastic. Now, just before I get ahead of myself, I just need to make sure that you guys are all doing the same thing. Alright, if you haven't already, I'll leave the link down below, which I'm sure you guys have. Obviously, we have been waiting and waiting and waiting, but obviously there is a update pre-registration for Baran, since Baran is the next big piece of content in terms of, you know, bosses, etc. So if you guys haven't already, just double check that you have pre-registered to guarantee yourself your 10 tickets. It's easy, it's simple, it's a free multi, right? Can't complain. So just double check. I don't want people you know, logging in on the update day and being like, hey, where's my 10 tickets? What? So just make sure all your account details are in, make sure you pre-registered, just double check, triple check, and that way you get yourself a free multi.